All right, so here's my pot where I dye my wool. Here is some Jacquard acid dye. This is fire red. I'm gonna put a little bit of this in here. That should be tons, because I'm gonna mix it with some Jacquard Sun Yellow. There we go. Now that the dye is in the pot, I'm adding water. So I'm gonna start with 8 cups of water. Let's see how that goes. And the next step is adding the wool. So I'll just kind of toss it all in. Now this part, I don't know if I ever actually do it right, but I just kind of press it in slowly. This takes a while until it all gets into the dye water. It does go faster if you use gloves, because you shouldn't touch acid dyes with your bare hands. So having a designated pair of dyeing gloves does help. Once it's all pressed in, so that it's almost completely saturated with the dye, you want to turn the oven on, or stove or whatever. And once it's nicely cooking, you add your acid. So in this case, white vinegar. And then you just kind of gently get the, stir it. You don't want to be too rough, because if you actually move it around too much, it will just felt on you, because heat and agitation equals felting. But you want the vinegar to kind of go throughout. So all right, as far as I'm concerned, that's good enough. So I'll let that sit on some heat for about half an hour, and then I'll take it out and wash it. So it was looking a little pink, so I did add a little bit more yellow to it, just to try to bring out more orange in it. So that's why I'm gonna have to put it in a little bit longer, because you can see the water is all yellow now instead of pink. There's some orange water. Once that's clear, it's done. If it won't clear, or if it's still really saturated in color after half an hour, you want to add more vinegar. But yeah, it's coming along nicely. Another probably 15-20 minutes of soaking in with the new yellow I just added, and it should be done. Clear, 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 clear. Yay. Oh, that's just wool that got in. Good, it's all clear. So now I just let it cool for a while, probably a couple hours, and then I wash it. So I squeeze it out, pour out all of the vinegar water, and then I put some soap on it, and now I'm gonna wash it and rinse it. And then it goes into my handy little salad spinner, and then just, actually went on hand. And then, it's hard to do one-handed, but spin out all the water. And I'll do this several times until it stops actually raining like that. So here it is, it's starting to dry. I just use my drying rack for my dishes, since I don't tend to do large batches. But yeah, you can see it pulls apart fairly easily. So it shouldn't be hard to card after it dries. It's still a little damp, so I'll probably leave it here for probably a day so it can dry fully. But yeah, it's nice and springy and pulls apart, so we're good. No felting, yay! I actually really like the color. Reminds me of like sunrise or sunset with the orange and pink tones. It's cool. So we got some orangey pink fluff, got some natural white fluff, and the carder. It is time to make a batt. Just about done. I think that's thick enough. Just pull it off, and just like that, we got lovely little streaks of white in there, some streaks of orange. I think that's actually really pretty. And it does remind me of like a sunset. And now I just have to turn it into roll eggs and spin it, and we're done.